E aí, pessoal, tudo bem? Hoje continuaremos aqui nossa gameplay deste magnífico jogo chamado Alan Wake. Iremos agora para o episódio 2. Vamos nessa?
Previously on Alan Wake, I came to Bright Falls with my wife, Alice.
Thank you for coming here with me. I thought maybe you could write here.
I don't want to hear it! God damn it, Alice!
Now, she's missing.
Alice? Alice?
I woke up behind the wheel of a crashed car. I'm missing a week. I was attacked by shadowy men straight from a nightmare. The sheriff took me to the lake Alice and I had stayed at, but the cabin had disappeared.
Honey, I'm home.
Back here, sweetie. How was it?
Worst weather I've ever seen.
You should put some coffee on. It'll warm you up. Hey, handsome. This is gonna be a long night, but these shots are turning out great.
I guess you're gonna need that coffee then. I'll go put it on.
Bom dia, minha cor. Fazer café.
Coffee's on.
Great, thanks. I'll need it if I'm gonna finish this by tomorrow.
Cafézinho rápido, hein?
Oh, hey, I just finished those cover mock-ups. They're on your desk. Tell me what you think.
No kidding. I didn't think you'd get them done this quickly.
On occasion, I can perform all sorts of miracles, my dear.
Oh, really?
Well, you seemed to think so last night.
Aí aonde mesmo? Examine as paquetes capa.
These look really good.
Oh, sure, until Barry gets his hands on them. Which, by the way, will happen over my dead body. The last time was the last time. Oh, and speaking of Barry, he called. Alan! Alan, please check the fuse box.
I'm right here. I'm on it, honey.
Please hurry.
I'm right here, baby.
I'm fine. Just get the lights back on. Now, please.
Onde é que tem caixa de lá fora?
I really don't like this, Alan.
Honey, it's a power outage. I've got the flashlight.
Okay. Hi.
You okay?
I'm sorry. It just really spooked me.
Don't worry. We'll just break out the candles.
I know it's stupid, but it's just... Especially when I'm not prepared for it, you know? It gets to me.
I love you.
Tell me a story, writer.
Okay. I used to have these nightmares when I was a kid. The dark really spooked me, too. When it got really bad, my mom gave me this old light switch. She called it the clicker.
The clicker, huh?
Yeah. If I ever got scared of the dark, I could just flip the switch and a magic light would scare the monsters away.
Oh, sure.
Here it is.
Alan.
Maybe it'll help you, too.
Yeah, nice story, writer boy. You made that up right now, didn't you?
No. Seriously.
I love you, even if you are a liar. Thanks for this.
feel, Mr. Wake? Any nausea, disorientation, anything like that? Mr. Wake, how are you feeling?
I'm okay. My head's fine. I had to lie about my headache and memory loss. He'd send me to a hospital for tests. I couldn't leave without Alice.
Very well. I don't think you have a concussion, but you've obviously been through quite a shock. You should take it easy for a couple of days.
Thanks.
Well then, Mr. Wake, we're done here. If the pain gets any worse or you experience any other symptoms, you should come see me. I'll let you get on with it then. Sarah, Sheriff Breaker, is waiting for you. She's very good at her job. I'm sure she can locate your wife in no time.
Doc Nelson was the image of a small-town doctor. Sheriff Breaker had called him to the station to take a look at the cut in my head.
Sarah. É Sarah. Ei, senhora.
Thank you for testing the lights, Miss Weaver. Everything seems to be fine.
I don't have the luxury of being complacent, Deputy Grant.
Oh, e aí, senhora? Você de novo? Como é que está?
I'll be sure to take care of
Pare
it,
de
Miss
frescar aí,
Weaver.
pare.
Have a nice day now.
Very good. I'll come back later on to remind you, just in case.
Bem, a aguinha aqui. Eita, desaparecido. Viu tanto para desaparecer. O que é isso? Um gato? O gato aqui desapareceu.
Come in, Mr. Wake. Your phone's on the desk. The battery was dead. It's charged now.
Valeu.
Have you started looking for my wife yet?
My men are already on it. Now, can you tell me what happened?
I'm not sure. I can't remember. We were arguing. I walked out of the cabin.
The cabin on Cauldron Lake?
How did you end up at Stucky's gas station?
I wanted to tell her what had happened last night, but I couldn't. She'd locked me up. Excuse me. I need to take this. Hello?
Alice, please help me.
Alice?
Stop talking to the law. You'll do exactly what I say if you ever want to see your wife again.
Who is this?
Go to the back lot. There's a hole in the fence on the left. Look inside the junker. I left a little something there to convince you we're all on the same page here. After you ditch the cops, you're gonna meet me in Elderwood National Park. There's a spot called Lover's Peak. Midnight. Don't do nothing stupid, pal. We're watching you.
Mr. Wake, can I help you with anything?
I need to get some air. The sheriff said I could go out back.
Of course, Mr. Wake. You can get there through the cell corridor.
Hey! Hey, mister! Hey, can you turn the lights on? The deputies, they don't understand. They won't listen to me.
Caraca, pelo visto todo mundo aqui tem medo do escuro, né? Esse manuscrito aqui.
It's
Peguei
true what
3
they say
já.
about the fall. This was a late goodbye.
In spite of its human mask.
Vocês dão um pause aí se vocês quiserem.
The early morning light hurt my eyes and made my head ache. The man on the phone had said, go through the fence on the left.
Atravessar. Dá pra passar. Cabra violento, quebrando a cor da propriedade dos outros.
The kidnapper fired his gun one last time. Alice's driver's license had been placed on the front seat. The caller meant business. Barry?
Ow! Thank God! Where the hell have you been? I've been trying to reach you for a week, you and Alice. I've been worried sick. I flew out yesterday. I'm here in Bright Falls.
Barry, listen to me. I'm at the sheriff's station. Come and get me. I can't talk now.
Al, what the hell is going on?
I had to get the sheriff to let me go. I needed to get to Elderwood National Park to meet Alice's kidnappers.
café. Garrafinha.
Well, folks, it's been another long night, and it's about time for me to sign off for a while. God knows I need my beauty sleep. Just one more item before I go.
Deixa eu ver se esses caras aí vão fofocar de mim aí no rádio.
Sheriff's Department. We've had a few broken windows, even a report of shots fired on Main Street. Deputies Mulligan and Thornton had to deal with two
Tiros, né?
intoxicated young men who were celebrating the completion of their near best load now.
A writer is a light that reveals the world of his story from darkness, shapes it from nothingness. The way a sculptor carves a statue from a block of granite. If I stop, the world I'm making dies.
Marvelous, sir.
Ei, peraí, cadê o cara que tá?
Settle all the damage the Anderson brothers might have inadvertently caused on their
Dormindo, né? Pelo visto.
regrettable little outing. They are not accountable for their actions, of course. I can assure
Mais
you that my
café.
staff has been reprimanded.
Tor and Odin never caused any trouble to anyone when they were still living at their
Alice looked through the viewfinder, lining up the
Indeed. All we can do is to slow down the progress of their dementia.
Mulligan here.
Are you feeling any better, Mr. Wake?
I'd like to leave. Am I free to go?
Well, we still need to talk about...
Am I under arrest?
No, of course not. But I need to know where you'll be staying so I can get in touch with you.
I'd avoid the motel. The Majestic is known for its roaches. The cabins at Elderwood are pretty nice, though.
That sounds perfect.
I'm Dr. Emil Hartman. I'd like to invite you to stay at Cauldron Lake Lodge.
Did you talk to my wife?
I had the pleasure of discussing your situation with her on several occasions.
Did you set something up with her?
I invited her here. My clinic is a place where...
Oh, hey, oh my!
Take it easy.
Hey, nobody move! Get your hands off of my client!
Who are you?
I'm Barry Wheeler, his agent. If you have business with Mr. Wake, you talk to me. You yokels won't know what hit you once I sick my lawyers on your asses.
No harm done, Sarah. I'm all right. I don't want to press charges. Mr. Wake, my offer still stands.
Get me out of here.
What the hell was that about, Al? We don't need a replay of that thing with the paparazzi. I thought they were gonna lock you up.
I had to talk to someone. I told Barry everything. He thought I was certifiable, but when he heard about the manuscript, I had him. The fact that I'd written something, even if I couldn't remember it, was enough for him. He smelled money. And he believed that Alice had been kidnapped. Anything beyond that was another story. I had a midnight appointment with the kidnapper in a place called Lover's Peak, somewhere in Elderwood National Park. The plan was to rent a cabin.
I don't like it, Al. I don't like any of it. It's not good. In fact, it's the absolute opposite of good.
Mr. Wake! Barry, you found him!
Hi, Rose.
Oh, wow. I was just thinking about you, too.
Great.
I was just bringing Rusty some coffee. He's on the balcony, looking after Max. Poor thing. I really need to go. Great to see you again, Mr. Wake. Later!
Who's Max?
What an airhead.
Jeez, Mr. Takes a swing at everybody. This is not her fault. She's a very nice girl and, more importantly, a fan. She even has a fan site dedicated to you. And she was very helpful when I was looking for you. Seriously, Al, what you were saying in the car, just listen to yourself. What, you shot a guy and his body just disappeared? When was the last time you slept? What, are you high?
Cabra que gosta de café, viu?
Have you been drinking?
No! Look, Barry, I'm missing a week, and someone's got Alice.
Do
and
you
everything's
understand what it sounds like when you say stuff like that? Don't get me wrong, it's a good story, could be a
Wait
bestseller.
here.
Deixou no vácuo
Easy
ali.
there, boy. I'm almost done. Hey, Rusty, right? You rent cabins.
Oh, Mr. Wake. I'd shake your hand, but mine are kind of full here. Actually, I'm sorry about this. Would you mind grabbing the registration form from the desk? It's just across from Bucktooth Charlie.
Okay, sure. What happened?
Crazy poachers. Max here got his foot caught in a trap. They're illegal to use here. Hell, you're not supposed to hunt within the park at all. But that doesn't stop some lowlifes. Well, at least Max is gonna be okay. He got lucky. Max is still groggy from the shot I gave him, and I'd rather not leave him alone just yet. The form's on the desk across from the mammoth skeleton.
Seriously, Al, you can't just go and meet a kidnapper. Those situations always end up in disaster. You gotta talk to the cops. If you're trying to pull a joke on me, freak me out, it's working. Ha ha, let's have a laugh on Barry. Well, you had me going there real funny, Al. You can quit it now.
I think this is the form you wanted.
And here are the keys. Okay, you're all set, Mr. Wake. Glad to have you staying here.
Thanks. Can you tell me how to get to Lover's Peak?
Oh, sure. It's at the end of the nature trail. Just follow the paths, you'll get to it eventually. It's an easy walk. Nice spot, too. If you have any trouble finding it, just keep your eyes on the radio mast. It's right below that. Oh, and hey, if you take a walk in the woods, watch your steps so you don't end up like Max. I guess I'm a little worried. We got a bunch of campers out there we haven't heard from. It's not like these people are on a schedule, but with the traps, well, you know. I just don't want any trouble.
Right, thanks.
Look, Al, you're asking me to believe that you shot a dude who went poof into thin air, a guy who was bulletproof until you pointed a flashlight at him. You hear that from people who end up spending time in padded rooms, strapped to their beds, wearing white shirts. That's just crazy talk, Al. Al? Al? We should go to the sheriff or call the FBI.
Damn it, Barry, they'll kill her! This is not a goddamn debate, Barry. I'm going to Lover's Peak. He said to come alone.
Okay then. I understand. You're my best friend and I'm worried that you're not right in the head. Tell me what to do to help and I'll do it.
You stay here, and if I'm not back by morning, call the cavalry.
Just be careful with the natives, Al. These yokels are dangerous. Everybody hates a tourist, or it'll be Deliverance all over again.
Bless you.
Oh, this place is trying to kill me. I'll bet there's mold in here, spores, poison ivy, God knows what. This is so not worth a 15% commission.
Ô carinha pra falar, viu? Lover's Peak. Pico do Amor. Rapaz, esse cara tá falando da onde? Rapaz, tá daqui. Outro manuscrito.
Alice looked through the
Abriu errado agora.
Barry had never gotten along with Alice, but he knew Alan loved her with an almost frightening intensity. And now something had happened to Alice. And here was Al armed with a gun and saying things people got put in padded cells for. It was as if his friend had experienced a massive psychotic episode and was now totally disconnected from.
Olha, rapaz,
Barry had the
o carro.
keys to the car he rented. Wasn't a long walk to the visitor center, and it wouldn't be any use to me in the forest.
Dá pra usar não. Tá por cima dos bichos tudinho.
I knew I should have gone to the cops. This wasn't the smartest thing I'd ever done, but I was still angry with Barry for trying to talk me out of it. These people had called me right in the sheriff's station. The cops wouldn't scare them, and they had Alice.
Welcome back to the show, folks. As promised, our very own Dr. Nelson has just parked his rear end in the studio. Doc, what's your Deerfest plan like?
My plan? You make it sound a lot more organized than I ever seem to manage.
Eita. Passa cara ali fora.
No plan, really, just taking the
Cá, meu amigo. Eu já.
Too much more than that, you know. Oh, tell me about it. No sack race for us.
But I'm gonna check out the political.
Pronto. Acaba não ter quem der. Ver aqui essa outra casa, né? Rapaz, o cabo tá com dificuldade, hein? Tá nova, hein? Vou até arrombar.
Crime and punishment.
A televisãozinha. Qualidade, hein?
But some crimes are impossible to punish, especially
The air in the visitor center was heavy with an awful smell, as if some rotten drowned thing had crawled up from its grave. Rusty kept coughing blood. My eyes were drawn to the twisted shape of his broken leg. The attack had been vicious. Max whined in his cage. Rusty's eyes were wild with fear and terror. He gasped. "Mr. Wake, it happened just the way it was on that page." The vision left me weak. This was no head injury.
Rusty, hang on! I'm coming! Please, help me! Anybody? Help me!
Chego lá nunca.
Help me! Can you hear me? Anyone? Please, help!
Hello?
Back here! I'm back here! Hey,
Mr. Wake? Oh, hell.
It happened just the way it was on that page. I found came true. It knew. So dark. It'll come back for me. You must. The lights in the office. I have the key.
Okay, Rusty. Hang on. I'll be right back. Whatever did this couldn't be far. Rusty had found a page from the manuscript. It would help me understand what had happened. Shh. Good boy.
A presence so dark. Like the forest at night. Woke up.
Das luzes.
The only way to make sure that Rusty was safe was to get the power running and the lights back on.
É, enquanto ele liga a luz, sabe lá o que é que acontece ali, né? Parar aqui para ler um pouquinho ainda, né?
At the last instant, I changed direction and threw myself down. The axe splintered the trunk of a tree. I stumbled into the pool of bright light.
Tento, né? Para ligar. Mais balas. Olha a bateria.
I I was too late. Someone had destroyed the circuit
É,
breaker.
já destruíram
There was
aqui.
no way to get the lights back on.
Aí quando eu voltar lá, ó, já aconteceu a putaria lá.
Rusty!
Nossa, tem um furacão ali já.
The ground was covered with oily patches that looked like liquid darkness.
Eita. Para onde? Nunca deixe seu amigo só.
Something had torn a mammoth-sized hole in the wall.
Please don't feed the animals.
Cabra, levaram irmão. Cachorro.
Fishing is only permitted for those visitors who purchase a park fishing license. Obey. The park rangers
Aí vai. Cabra já virou, foi criatura das trevas aí. Pegou super poder aqui da menina super poderosa aqui. Tá muito rápido, cara. Isso não é o Bell e Allen, não. Só acompanha a velocidade da luz. Agora o difícil é ler a legenda e jogar ao mesmo tempo. Eita pô, o cara tá me rodando aqui. Eu tô assim gastando pouca bateria aqui pra economizar mesmo. Dá pra gastar um pouquinho mais de bateria. Tem bala infinita. Arranhei outros doidão ali, amigo dele. Eu pensei que o cara ia tacar alguma coisa em mim ali. Arri. Luz. Vai ser hora pra me ligar, cara?
What the hell was that? I saw it from the window. I saw something.
Forget about it, Barry. It's just me going crazy.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. You're not crazy. I wish you were crazy, but you're not crazy. Ow, be careful.
Stay in the cabin. Don't open the door for anyone. I mean it.
Agora é o Barry lá. Opa, pensei que era um cara isso aqui. Ali tem luz ali, mas... Café pra cá. Manuscrito.
In that last instant of consciousness, Lover's Peak was at the far end of the nature trail.
Belo lugar, hein, pra entrar. Caverna dessa noite. Claridade toda. Toda fase eu tenho que pegar uma ótica. Porque aqui eu só a pistola, né? O lugar certo já era aqui. Mas uma shotgun é sempre bem-vindo, né? Dá a pena. Ô susto! Liguei a lanterna ali só no reflexo. Aí, Matrix. Desviando. Os caras jogam machado mesmo, né? Cabeção safado. Que é Matrix, meu amigo. Você sozinho. Lovers. E aquele lugarzinho ali. Parece que tem uma coisa no chão aqui, ó, brilhando. Outro manuscrito.
Nobody in Bright Falls seemed to know what.
Esse aqui. É perigoso cair, né? Obrigado por avisar. O escuro, né? Gosta de escuridão. Até perdido aqui já. Ferrou. E ainda mais no meio dessa fumaça toda aí, que não sei nem que porra é essa. Aqui é a plaquinha aqui. Estamos indo em direção certa. Ponto de controle, tá safe. Eita! Acaba aí, não perde tempo não. Esse aí é bombado. Ai, deixa ele me acertar. Tranquilo, tranquilo, vamos lá. Acaba que tava aqui era bom. The Great Odeon. Vamos logo, né? Porque... Eita! Aqui eu tenho que gastar umas bateriazinhas, senão não segura não a força desses caras aí não. Vem, amigo, vem. Você sozinho, vê o que é que você consegue fazer. Tá, gasta minhas balas, né? E ali tem luz, eu vou correr. Não mata mais ninguém não. Poupar bala. Sai fora, cara. O cara ainda jogou um machado aí. Eita, porra. Aí não deu tempo de tirar, né? Aqui é só uma linha telefônica. É, pelo visto. Pelo visto não vai dar pra correr desses caras não. Acaba eu fiquei jogando machado ali direto. Eu vou tentar correr porque eu tô com pouca bala. Mas lá vem mais ali, ó. Agora outros cabras aí bombados aí. Aí ficou difícil, né? É, apertei o shift ali, nem funcionou. Caralho, 2 golpes de uma vez. Corre, filho. Vai pra luz que tá seguro. Tava não, pra lutar contra daquele tanto de cara ali, com esse tanto de bala aqui. Complicado, né?
Agent Nightingale didn't want to be in Bright Falls.
Tecnologia avançada aí, vamos de bondinho. E aqui este belo passeio. Que linda noite. Eu não tô vendo nem a lua aqui. Só falta os cara quebrar esse bicho aqui. Duvido nada não. Eita.
We gotta get moving. More of them coming. That flashlight's kid stuff. The flares will keep the bastards away.
Realmente.
You can see them too? Hell, of course I see them. Come on, we gotta move.
Why?
Because that's the way the story goes.
Yeah, but...
Let's move!
I lost my gun back there.
Oh, I've got a gun. Just keep that light steady on him.
It took a moment, but then I recognized him. He'd been on the ferry when I first arrived here with Alice. He knew my name. We were headed in the direction of Lover's Peak. There was no way this was a coincidence. He was the kidnapper.
Come on, Wake. You better keep up. Hear that? It's them. What I got for you?
O cara gastava a bala dele, né? Ai! O cara chega logo dando 2 golpes de uma vez. Caraca, eu pensava que era um amigo que tava do meu lado. Aqui eu vou morrer. Bora, cara. Dá essa arma aí que eu faço melhor. Eita, não tá dando pra ver nada aqui.
Lover's Peak. Right up these stairs, Wake. Use the flares from the emergency box to hold them off while I get these boards off.
Give me the gun.
Yeah,
Azador,
no
Zé.
can do, Wake.
Are you kidding? Give me the gun!
No time for back talk. Pull him off, damn it.
Ah, agora eu vou ter que usar, né? Vem, amiguinho, vem pra perto agora, vem.
A little longer. Scare him off. Get some light on those bastards. That'll keep them off us.
Dá pra jogar, não?
Just a little longer. I almost got it. Okay, it's open. Move it or lose it. That's right. You just keep coming.
Ali foi 3, ali só de bônus. Bora, amigão. Vai meter bala aí, sem pena. Acabamos de um cascudo ali. Aí já dá pra passar, né? Era pra ter fugido já, tá gastando, né, recurso aqui.
Oh, you feeling better now, Wake? All cozy and safe. Better get ready. They'll be on us soon.
Lovers gun.
This is it, Wake. A last stand. There's more players here. Get ready. We fight them as long as they keep coming.
Give me the goddamn gun! They're coming!
That's not how this goes. Get with the program, Wake.
O cara vai acabar morrendo. E aí sim eu pego a arma dele. Cadê minha lanterna, cara? Ter usado 2 vezes ali, não deu. Isso aqui. Para errar uma cheia que acerta. Que é isso? Flash, é? Eu só quero acertar um machado em mim, né? Porque eu sou escritor famoso aqui. O cara nem cansa, hein? Ah, bom. Vai a hora que eu aperto shift aqui e não tá desviando.
Get ready. We fight them as long as they keep coming.
Give me the goddamn gun! They're coming!
E de novo. Apertei o botão e não funcionou. E atiro nesses daqui, ó. Já tá protegido já. Tem que atirar nos que estão protegidos ali pela escuridão. cabos são bons. Dá o sinalizadorzinho aqui. Garante mesmo. Ai.
Get ready. We fight them as long as they keep coming.
Give me the goddamn gun! They're coming!
That's not how this goes. Get with the program, Wake.
Acredito não que eu tô morrendo aqui. Gastar aqui, eu sei o que eu tenho agora pra não morrer. Foi 2. Pronto, tá aí, só tirar agora. Tirar, cara. Às vezes quando a pessoa tá assim frente pro monstro, a pessoa aperta o botão de esquivar pra trás, ele não desvia. Percebi isso agora. Traíra desse. Olha o tamanho daquele cara. Mata isso aqui logo. Beleza, né? Você tá só atirando aí.
Let's cut the act now. Where's my wife?
I knew you were going to say that. I read it all before. You're a hell of a writer. Congratulations. You're going to bring about something glorious and terrible once we get you some proper editorial control.
What the hell are you talking about? Where's Alice?
I want the entire manuscript, or she's gonna suffer bad.
You touch her mouth.
Só esse cabo tá violento, hein? O outro agora virou o Flash.
No! Come back here! I swear I'll kill you if you hurt Alice! Do you hear me? Come back here!
Atrás dele.
He had Alice, and he wanted the manuscript because he thought it held some magical power, but I had no manuscript to give him. I had to get back to Barry and figure out my next move.
Ah, não. Para ali pra brincar. E eu pensando que era um manuscrito, né? Não olhei. Inocência mesmo. Brilhando aí, porque com a armadilha estaria brilhando? Ali e outros ali, ó. Eu nem prestei atenção, só fui direto querer pegar. É. Olha o tanto aqui, ó. Ter cuidado pra não correr muito do... Tacar nisso aí. Posso brilhar mais que não sei o que. Eita. Vou matar logo esses caras aqui, porque senão eles vão encher o saco. Esse daí, o bicho era tão pequenininho que era só 2 tiros. Isso. Outro cara aqui atrás da pedra. O cara não para de encher o saco, não. Eu não sei nem se dá pra correr tanto vezes, porque... Posso subir ali, né? Eita, aqui deve ter muita porradaria, hein? Ó a luz, cara, não venha não. E a luz. Derrubou o grandão, tá bom. Agora eu peguei só um rifle, foi. Café. Vou ver bem aqui. Pra cair aqui. Aquele cara ali não quer ir embora não. É, amigos. Vamos brincar bem aqui perto da luz. Vem ver se coragem mesmo. Caçador. Número 4. Rifle aqui de caça. Começou a putaria. Cadê o sinalizador, cara? O objetivo é ficar tentando pegar esses coisa aí, nessas geradorzinhos. Aqui não faz um ciclo. Ó, bem na hora. Que? E é porque eu usei a lanterna ainda. Ainda bem que continua daqui. Eu usei a lanterna ali e não deu tempo não. Deu um delayzinho na hora que eu apertei. Mas também eu passei do lado dos caras, né? Aí desrespeitei. Tá correndo esse cara aí. Correr de um vem outro. E deu pra correr. Pensei que ele ia cair. cabana tá toda cabana aqui. Opa! Da escuridão aqui. Tira vida. Feito.
The logging site was a mess. The modular office had been.
Cara da motosserra ali.
The night had been one desperate situation after another. I was exhausted.
Vai não.
When Barry saw the darkness attack the visitor center, it made him a believer. The men Al said he'd shot, they hadn't been just locals on crank. Somehow the world had changed, like the channel had been switched without warning. You think you want...
Dado... Acho que vai vir muito para aqui. Também agora eu tô com a pistola, eu posso atirar. Enquanto eu deixo um sinalizador no chão. Vou tirar essas marquinhas logo pra aqui. Porque vai que isso aqui seja campo de batalha, né? Preciso dar por aí. The Darkness World. Ele tá ali, cara. O cara não deixa nem eu ler, mas educado danado. É, cara. Coronavírus, cara. Pra manter contato assim, né? The Darkness Wears Your Face. Escuridão veste sua cara. É isso. Seu rosto. Mais uma. Feito.
Shadows stirred and the wind picked up as I ran.
Eu acho que se pegar todos os deve ganhar alguma. Ou também garrafa de café. Mas eu já devo ter perdido algumas. Parece boa coisa, né, esse lugar aqui. Névoa. Olha onde é que tá a luz, ó, lá em cima, tá longe demais. Eita, isso aí é jogador de futebol americano, né, esse cara? É outro dele? Olha, eu perdi minha vida todinha só. Como foi essa porrada, foi? Esse jogo já tá acima. Ó. Pra ver se colocar aí jogador de futebol americano. Como é que vai ser depois? Também eu tô com o rifle aqui na mão, né? Tô usando porque zerava aqui. Foi quem fez. Agora é um massacre, agora não é. Papoca rifle nele. Não. Peninha não. Peninha, amigo, vocês peninha. Cabra aí, ó. Botou logo assim, ó. Cara gordão. Rounds. Realmente é forte, hein? Passa aqui.
Barry? Stay out of sight. I'm on my way. Don't open the door.
What, am I crazy?
Stay hidden. I'll be there soon. Just make sure you keep the lights on.
Cadê a lua? Ali, ó. Acho que a lua tá clara.
I still had to reach Barry at the cabin, but at least I was out of the woods.
É. Pelo menos saiu da floresta, né? Mas acho que não faz tanta diferença não.
I'd have to get the car from the locked garage. It would get me back to Barry faster. And the headlights were a welcome bonus.
Será que a gente vai pegar esse carrinho aí?
The FBI agent's command froze me in place. I considered surrender. It was all falling apart.
A story is not a machine that does what you tell it. A story is
Qual foi, cara? Foi isso nessa cidade, cara. Eu só fui passar por aqui. Acaba sai do... coisa que ele tá fazendo pra me perturbar. Olha aí, cara. Por isso esse bichinho é bom de luz mesmo. Passa por cima de tudo. Tem que aumentar o farol aqui, luz alta, né? É isso, cara. Ganchando no nada aí. A vista fica toda embaçada, né? Aí de carro vai dar certo. Tá pé andar isso aqui tudo, meu amigo. Opa, e agora? É mesmo?
The flare gun was probably the best weapon I could imagine against the dark things I was facing.
Eita. O cara atrás de mim? Esse cara aí realmente é... jogador de futebol americano.
It was the kidnapper.
You son of a bitch! Where's my wife?
Enough horseplay, Wake. You deliver the manuscript, and you can have your woman back. Simple as that.
I don't... Listen. I'm gonna need time to finish it. I still need to write the ending. I need a week.
Not done?
I need a week.
2 days. The old Bright Falls coal mine is nearby. You can find it easy, city boy. The main building, there at noon. You bring the manuscript, you'll get your wife. If not, well, get me?
Yes, I get you.
Ih, rapaz. Cuidado.
Barry had talked about birds over the phone.
Ó, mulher. Amigo Barry. Tô com saudade dele. Vou falar aqui pra... Acredito eu que vai ter uma luta muito doida. Eu nem chego direito, o cara já tá falando já. Quer deixar nem eu entrar, né, velho? Eita, esses povos aí. Uma caixa. Agora o chefe é curva, né? E acabou. Eu tenho que atirar no chão, então. Daqui.
Barry, you can open the door now. They're gone.
Hey, Al. I'm sorry for thinking you were having a psychotic episode, man.
I sent Barry to the town to ask around about a man fitting the kidnapper's description. He'd go through the archives of the local paper. Perhaps he could learn something. Anything about the island and the cabin that had disappeared. The man wanted a manuscript. I had to try to write him one to get Alice back. For me, the supernatural had always been nothing but a metaphor for the human psyche, a tool to use in writing fiction. Now, it was happening for real, and I couldn't put a single word on paper.
Barry Wheeler speaking.
This is Rose.
Rose?
I found Mr. Wake's pages.
Oh, you sweet, brilliant girl.
Could you and Mr. Wake come get them? I live in the trailer park outside the town.
We'll be there in less than an hour. See you soon.
Have a great day. Hope you come back soon. Welcome to the Old Dear Diner.
Good girl.
Ih, rapaz. Maneiro. Vamos ficar por aqui, pessoal. Próxima live, próximo episódio. Valeu!